What's good, guys? Welcome back to Ron's Rides. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video where I'm here at Alfa Romeo Daytona Beach. You can tell I'm pretty excited because behind me, they just came in off of the truck straight from Italy 30 minutes ago is the 2023 Alfa Romeo Giulia Estrema. Yes, the most extreme version of the 2023 sedan. And we have it right behind us here today. The first one here and the first one we've had on the channel. And we need to go over this thing because it's a little bit more extreme, right? That's what the name translates to. So I want to show you guys everything that this car has to offer for 2023, everything that I can. I'll say all of the extras because this is still in transport mode. I had to get a hold of you guys, right away because we have a hurricane coming here in Florida, if you don't know. It's supposed to hit in a couple of days. By the time this is airing, probably the next day. So while this is here, while this is right here, I had to get it for you guys before it gets tucked away, possibly inside of the dealership or possibly sold. So right off the back, we're gonna get to this right away before it's even through PDI, before it's detailed. I wanna show you guys the exclusive look at the 2023 Alfa Romeo Giulia Estrema. Now with that said, if you guys haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel because when you subscribe, I get more opportunities to get Alfa Romeo Giulias like this Estrema behind me here today. So here it is, guys, the Estrema. We've been waiting on this one since we heard about it. I mean, it's been a while, I feel like, probably at least 7 or 8 months when we heard about the Estrema versions, and we weren't sure if they were gonna be 2023 models or if they were gonna be part of the new refresh, but you can tell right here that this is a 2023. This is not part of the new refresh yet. So this is still the Giulia specs that you've known for the past, like 5-6 years now. So with that said, here we are. I want to show you guys what you get on the Estrema and how much everything costs when we break down that sticker. Now, the Estrema translates to extreme, and this is a lot more extreme than we used to in this day and age. But some of you older Alfa fans, and I would say older, but within the past 5-6 years, will recognize this model. We'll talk about that in a moment. Now, keep in mind, this just came off of the truck from transport 30 minutes ago. We got it unwrapped thanks to the general manager here at Alfa Romeo Daytona Beach. It's not completely done, okay? It's not through PDI, it's still in transport mode. It's still dirty because it hasn't been detailed. It still has stickers, as you guys can see, on the car, all right? So, I mean, you're gonna notice some things like that. You're gonna notice this big door protector piece, all right? So there's still some things on here that we just haven't taken off yet, but we wanna get this to you guys right away. Again, a hurricane is coming. So I won't have time to, coming back and get this until that's over with. So I wanted to get this to you right away. But for the most part, you know all about this car. There's just some extra bits on this one because it's based off of the Veloce trim. First thing you'll notice, Alfa Rosso paint. So they didn't do it in Rosso Etna. Now, I'm not sure if you can option the Estrema in Rosso Etna, but we do have Alfa Rosso paint, which is, or it used to be at least, Alfa Romeo standard paint. We'll talk more about that in the sticker breakdown. What you do see up front, your Scudetto grille is done in carbon fiber. So instead of a dark midone finish that you normally would get on a Sprint or Veloce, and instead of an aluminum finish that you would get on the TI, you have carbon fiber, all right? Now, other than that, up front, you guys know the drill. Bi-xenon headlamps, your sporty front fascia, and your honeycomb grille. You guys have seen what we have to offer for the Giulia for this up front. Now, what's different on the wheels? Well, we do have our dark 5-hole wheels. I'll keep them cocked like that, make it look cool. What has changed here? Well, on the Veloce models, you can only get gloss red calipers with white script, but for the Estrema, you got black with the white script. And these are Brembo brakes like before, 19-inch wheels, monochrome center cap. I mean, looks good, right? I'm glad they went with black for these because you can only get red on the Veloce models. Then, along the side, the Estrema badge, just to make it official, done in black. That means extreme. We're doing it a little bit more extreme for 2023. The mirror caps, done in carbon fiber. That's another setup you have for the Estrema. All right, so we got carbon fiber front, we got the carbon fiber caps, Estrema badge, black calipers, gloss black window moldings like you would get on the Veloce trim, and the panel roof. That's part of the Estrema package, which we'll go over in the sticker, all black with the black shark fin antenna. Nothing along the side skirts. I would have loved to see the carbon fiber kind of set up on the side skirts, but I guess you have to reserve that for the Giulia Quadrifoglio. Now in the back, your Giulia badge is done in black. So you guys can see that there. All right, and then you have your insignia there for Alfa Romeo, and then the Q2 in black and red. Looks good here, right? Go down to the rear. Well, no carbon back here. The rear diffuser is the aggressive rear diffuser that you're used to for the Veloce models. Black exhaust tips that you're used to for the Veloce models, but no carbon fiber to be seen, not a spoiler or anything like that. So what you're seeing for the Estremas is carbon fiber on the mirror caps and on the Scudetto grille up front. I would have loved to see something along the side. If not on the side, maybe a little carbon fiber trunk spoiler. So that is basically the exterior of the Estrema and what is new for this model, for this extreme model. Now, I know you say, well, that's not too extreme. So there's some driving dynamics that we'll talk about that does make it a little bit more extreme, and I'll explain that in just a second. But either way, this looks really good. I'm glad to see carbon fiber back on these cars because we could not get them in the 2022 model year. And I'm glad to see that they're changing things up a little bit, you know, and just kind of giving us something fresh before the full refresh that we're gonna get for the Alfa Romeo Giulias coming in the next, I wanna say next few months. I mean, we're gonna get the reveal hopefully in November, and then we should see the cars by early next year as 2024 models, as this is a 2023. So I'm glad to see that this is kind of like the last hurrah for this styling, all right? And then we're gonna get the new styling, and that will send this one off. So I see what Alfa Romeo was doing here. Now, if you guys are older Alfa Romeo fans, well, you'll probably recognize this package as a TI Sport Carbon. You guys remember that, TI Sport Carbon? Yeah, that's pretty close to what this package is for the Estrema, where it gave you the carbon fiber front, it gave you the carbon fiber side skirts. I think it also gave you the carbon fiber, wow, did it give you, I don't think it gave you a spoiler, but it gave you, I think, the side skirts, the front, and the mirrors, and then it gave you the clear taillights and stuff like that. So then the interior, which we'll talk about in just a second. But this reminds you a lot of the TI Sport Carbon if you guys are familiar Alfa Romeo fans. So it's kind of like they brought that back. So why don't we pop this hood, because you're getting the same 2-liter that you're used to out of the Giulia, you know, based off of the Giulia Veloce or any 2-liter Giulia. You're looking at 280 horsepower, 306 pound-feet of torque out of this inline 4-cylinder 2-liter engine, and you get a top speed of 149 miles per hour with about a 5.5 second 0 to 60. So we know this engine very well. Again, with ICE engines, they're going to be going away very soon, especially in the Alfa brand. You know, all of Stellantis, which Alfa is under that umbrella, will be going fully electric by 2027. That includes Alfa Romeo. So we want to appreciate this while we do have it, but we want a little bit more power out of it. I definitely wish the Estrema came with at least 300 horses or even 296 like the Maserati Grecale GT with this same motor setup for the 2-liter engine. So I know, you know, they didn't want to change too much. They wanted to give you just a little bit more out of this, but I wanted to see a little bit more power. But with the driving dynamics, the 8-speed ZF, the limited slip, the active suspension, that all helps 100%. So you still get a better driving experience than you would from, you know, other basic Veloces or TIs or Sprints. But with that said, I would have loved the extra power. When it comes to your fuel economy, 27, all right, 24 and 33. 27 combined city and highway, 24 city, 33 highway, premium fuel only. Same driving dynamics for the most part as the Veloce. So the extra little, you know, active suspension and everything like that doesn't change up your fuel economy, which is a good thing to know, right? Now, because this is in ship mode, I still have to do the trunk the old-fashioned way from the button and the inside. I couldn't even lift it from out here. And you see we have the string to help you pull everything down and keep it, you know, all intact. But again, this is in ship mode. As you can see, the battery is exposed, everything like that. So this normally goes here, all right? You guys are getting exclusive access before this is even ready. You know, all 3 seats fold down, as you guys know. You have your carpet here as well. And then if you lift this up, there's nothing back here. Run flat tires is what we run on. You have your tow hook and your screwdriver. So same setup for the back. Again, I just wanted to show it for anybody who was interested. But yeah, batteries tucked away over there. And then that's it. Cubby hole there, extra stowage. There you go. Let's check out the lighting. All right, so she's shining with those bi-xenon headlamps, the amber turn signals, and the LED running lamps. And then if you come along the side on those carbon fiber mirror caps, you will see an amber turn signal. And then once you come along the rear, you will see full LED tails, illuminated there, looking quite nice. And then it all comes together. Now the interior, that's really where the Estrema shines, which we see here. Before we even get in, as you guys can see, we have carbon fiber and contrasted stitching everywhere. So what a beautiful sight to see. Let's step inside, because when we come inside, you will see underneath there are aluminum pedals for the gas and brake. All right, you will see the big flat bottom steering wheel, all right, with the perforated leather and leather wrap. But then you will see the Rosso contrasted stitching. Now, this is something that we can't normally get in Alfa these days, to where 2022, you can only get your black stitching. So now to see red in here again, it's awesome to see a contrast like that. Now, keeping with that same theme, well, the door paneling, it gets the extended leather package, all right? So it's kind of like the interior sound and interior package. Sorry, it's kind of like the sound and interior package, I'll say it that way, to where you get the Harman Kardon sound system, 14 speakers, and you get the extended leather on the upper doors and on the dash. But for the Estrema, you get contrasted stitching. Again, other models, even if it's the extended leather, you get black stitching or gray stitching, whatever you want to call it. But for the Estrema, you get contrasted stitching, so you can see the red here. Now, when I say contrasted, it may not contrast to the paint that's on the outside. So say if you got a black Estrema, it wouldn't be black stitching. It would still be red stitching or Rosso stitching. But for this model, obviously we have a Rosso exterior, so the contrasted stitching is the Rosso interior. All right, so that looks good. And then the carbon fiber bezels to go around the door handle as well. And then some more of that contrasted stitching going throughout. So again, this is special because of the color. All right, we can get the extended leather for the interior and sound package. We have to get this with this, and we can get all that together, but we cannot normally get the Rosso stitching, and we cannot normally get the carbon fiber. That's specifically to the Estrema. Same for the interior throughout. Again, full leather on the dash, we can get that, but we can't get the Rosso stitching. We can no longer get the carbon fiber unless we get it on the Estrema for the glove box here, going over the glove box. And then the big chunky centerpiece right here, done in carbon fiber. Again, that's specific to the Estrema. And that stitching carries over to the leather wrap shift boot, all right? So you get that also in red as well. It's just a great look. And it's what we remember from Alfa when it came to the TI Sport Carbon package. So it's lovely to see this in the 2-liter Giulias instead of going for something like the Giulia Quadrifolios. Now, going back to the seats, you're used to these. The sport seats, bolstered, perforated leather, heated seats. You also have a heated steering wheel, Alfa Romeo embossed. I would have loved to see red stitching throughout the seats, but I know I'm asking too much. I'm asking too much. That's me being picky. But other than that, it's all great packaged together. It's a great, great setup. I really don't have any other misconceptions about it. This is what I expected. Panorama roof, it's in ship mode, so this does not work right now. This is the mechanical one. Does not work. The only reason that one's back is because it's manual. You just slide it. Okay, so just to let you know, it's a panel roof. It will let in a little bit more light, but because of the fact that it's in ship mode, yeah, it won't do that. Same thing with the screen. It's in ship mode, so the screen will not illuminate the 8.8-inch touchscreen. You guys know all about all this stuff in this car, as far as the technology, as far as the forms and functionality and all that stuff. Really what I want to show you guys is what was new in the interior and what was really just kind of focused on for the Estrema model. Now, here's one thing, I don't know if it'll let me show, but what's back for the Estrema model? Active suspension. Hold on. There we go. So the active suspension is there. All right. So you can soften your dampers there. All right. And you could not do this In other 2023 models or 2022, they took it away. So now we can do this again in the 2 liters for Alfa Romeo models. So that's nice. All right. We'll go over all of the driving dynamic stuff, extras that you get for the Estrema model and package in the sticker. But that suspension, limited slip diff, active suspension again to soften the dampers. So again, those are the driving dynamic things that make this a little bit more extreme. All right, so again, a lot of this stuff, if you guys haven't seen it already, make sure you check out my other Alfa Romeo reviews. But as far as the Estrema goes, really it's about carbon fiber, it's about getting all the leather, and it's about getting the contrasted stitching or roll-sew stitching throughout. That's the biggest thing you want to note about in here. The driving dynamics, obviously, is the limited slip and the active suspension. All right, that's something that you want to note for the driving dynamics. And then for the exterior, well, it's about that carbon fiber that you have on the Scudetto and that you have on the mirror caps. All right, so the badge, I mean, yeah, the badge comes with it, but that's obviously, that's common sense. But other than that, really, that's what the Estrema model is all about for 20. Now I gotta show you guys the rear. Excuse the mess. Again, this is just shipped, so you have these little like gel packs to keep everything fresh in here. You have 3 of them. So yeah, there's some things in here normally that you don't see in the finished product, but bolstered seats, sport seats, perforated leather, done in Nero. You do have your USB 2.0s, 2 of them there, and you have your heated seating set up there. A couple more gel packs, and then if I go to the center here, you will see the armrest there. All right, nothing too crazy, but then the door paneling. Yep, it's the Estrema, and let's just, for good measures. There we go. All right, that lets you know it's fresh. Aluminum for the door handle, the bezel done carbon fiber, the extended leather, and the roll-sew stitching all throughout. Looks good, right? So again, it matches the same energy in the rear as it does up front for the Estrema model. And again, it's just a good look. I mean, check that out, guys. I love it, and I wish we could get these in all Alphas, but that's what makes this extreme model that much more special. All right, guys, so this is what you want. You need to see what the Alfa Romeo Giulia Estrema model is like as far as pricing breakdown. So the 2023 Alfa Romeo Giulia Estrema rear-wheel drive, you're looking at a base price of $45,999. Or sorry, $45,990. Definitely based off of the Veloce trim. So the Estrema, it adds on to that. So it's going to give you the same base price. Now, after all the options, which you got a lot going on here, all right, you're looking at a $1,595 destination that brings it up to $58,680, which isn't as bad as I thought it would be. So let's go over the list of options for the first Estrema model to hit the lot. Now, Alfa Rosso paint, you guys know that paint is the standard paint for Alfa Romeo, but for 2023, they decided to make only Alfa White the standard paint, and they did an upcharge on Alfa Rosso, which is $400. Last year, it was $330, and the year before that, it was free. All right, now, let's talk about the Estrema rear-wheel drive package at $9,100. That is a big option, all right? There's only 3 options when you include the paint. So this is the second one, and this is the largest one. Carbon fiber exterior mirrors, carbon fiber V Scudetto grille, the Miron black badging, the Estrema badge, active suspension, 19-inch 5-hole wheels, which is the dark aluminum, carbon fiber interior trim, gloss black calipers with white script, sport leather seats, power adjustable seat bolsters, manual adjustable thigh support, limited slip differential, 8-way power adjustable driver's seat, Veloce rear fascia, and then you also get the 14-speaker Harman Kardon audio system that comes with it as well. You also have your all-season performance tires, your aluminum steering column-mounted paddle shifters, and your leather dash and upper doors. That is your Estrema kit right there, guys. All right. So then our last option is the Active Assist Plus package, which gives you all the driver assistance you need right there. I'm not going to list all those off. We went over this system before. You can get it on any of the other models for $1595. There you go. $58,680. Basic warranty, 4 years, 50,000 miles for both ways. All right. So basic warranty and powertrain warranty. And then you have roadside assistance. All right. So what comes standard? Well, everything that you guys are used to. All right. So the same setup for the powertrain. All All right, the same setup for the, carbon fiber drive shaft, Alpha DNA driving system, the sport suspension, all that stuff that you guys get on other Alfa standard, you get on the Estrema model as well. I'll go a little bit closer so you guys can see that there. All right, dual pane sunroof, LED daytime running lamps, all that good stuff. And we'll go back over here just so you can see everything standard again. And again, based this off of the Veloce trim level, which is the trim right under this one, if you count this one as being the top out of all of them. And that's it, guys. That's the Estrema for 2023 for the Giulia. We're going to have to get a hold of the Stelvio as well, but what do you guys think so far? Guys, so at $58,000, what do you guys think about the Estrema, which is, more like a TI Sport Carbon? You get all the carbon, you get all the leather, you get the active suspension and all that good stuff. What do you guys think? How do you like the Estrema model, and do you think it stands out enough from the Veloces? Let me know down in the comments below. Now, if you guys did enjoy the video today, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Giving the video a like will help get it up in the rankings. More people can see it, and we'll have a bigger discussion on the new Alfa Romeo Giulia Estrema. Now, with that said, if you guys want to help further support the channel, always check the links down in the description below, where I have a one-time link donation for my PayPal, my Cash App, my Venmo, and my Patreon, just in case you guys want to donate an extra $1 or $2 to the channel. I appreciate that extra love and support, guys. Thank you so much. Now, you guys can also check out the Ron's Rise merch, where you can get t-shirts, stickers, tank tops, hoodies, everything Ron's Rise is there. And I'm also on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. See everything I'm posting. All right, Ferrari, Maserati, Alfa Romeo, and Fiat that doesn't always make it here to the channel. Now, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, but click that notification bell so you don't miss one video. And with that said, you guys be blessed, have a great day, and we will talk to you guys in the next Ron's Rise video. Peace.
Make the Flintstones.